MIAA fans, welcome to this week's episode of the MIAA Network 360 Show. I'm your host, Bethany Bowman. This past week, the MIAA has been celebrating International Student-Athlete Week. We'll take a look at some more inside information about all of our international student athletes in the MIAA and across NCAA. And also, we'll get a preview of the men's basketball MIAA Challenge taking place at historic Municipal Auditorium on Monday, November 19th. Also, we need to take a look at some of the MIAA teams taking part in postseason action. Women's soccer, volleyball, and football will all have teams in the MIAA that are participating in the postseason. So let's start off with football and see which of your teams are playing in the postseason. On the football field, 5 teams from the MIAA will be taking part in the postseason. 3 teams accepted bowl bids, and 2 teams will be heading to the NCAA Division II playoffs. Emporia State will be heading down to the Corsicana Bowl. They'll take on GAC member Arkansas Monticello, who comes in at 6-5. The Hornets enter this game at 7-4. That game will take place on December 1st at 2 p.m. 12 All-MIAA selections for the Hornets were announced this week, headlined by quarterback Braxton Marstall, who was the MIAA Offensive Player of the Year. Next up, the University of Central Oklahoma will be heading to the Champs Heart of Texas Bowl in Waco, Texas. They'll take on Lone Star opponent Angelo State, who comes into that game at 6-5. The Broncos are recorded at 7-4 heading into that contest. The Broncos had 16 All-MIAA selections, headlined by first-team picks right tackle Noah Hammonds and safety O'Shea Harris. This is the 4th bowl game in the past 5 years for Central Oklahoma. Missouri Western will be making their first postseason appearance since 2012 when they take on GAC member Southern Arkansas in the Agent Barry Live United Bowl in Texarkana, Texas. Missouri Western finished the regular season at 6-5, and Southern Arkansas comes into this game at 3. December 1st at noon will be the kickoff time for this game. The Griffins had 16 All-MIAA selections, headlined by first-team offensive lineman Hayden Edinger and kick and punt returner Brandon Dandridge. The Northwest Missouri State Bearcats will be making their 15th straight NCAA Division II playoff appearance. The number 6 seeded Bearcats will head to number 3 seeded Grand Valley State to take on the Lakers in Allendale, Michigan. That first round matchup will be played tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time in Lubbers Stadium. The winner will take on the winner of number 7 Harding at number 2 Ferris State. The 2 teams, Northwest and Grand Valley, have combined to make 16 national championship appearances and have won 10 national titles. Northwest has 6 and Grand Valley has 4. This is Northwest's 15th straight playoff bid and 23rd overall. Northwest Missouri State ranks number 1 in Division II playoff appearances. The Bearcats have 17 All-MIAA selections, headlined by Braden Wright at MIAA Freshman of the Year. First-team selections included defensive end Austin Eskew, right tackle Zach Flott, safety Anthony Lane, left tackle Tanner Owen, and defensive end Sam Roberts. The Fort Hays State Tigers will also be taking place in the NCAA Division II playoffs. The MIAA co-champions, who share it with Northwest Missouri State, will be heading to Indianapolis to take on the University of Indianapolis. The Tigers are coming into that game seeded number 5 at 9-2. And Indianapolis is the number 4 seed at 9-1. Tigers are in search of their first ever NCAA playoff win. Last year, Fort Hays was the number 1 seed in Super Regional 3, but was defeated by Ferris State in Hays, Kansas. This makes 2 straight MIAA titles for Hays and also 2 straight GLVC titles for Indianapolis. Fort Hays State had 19 players collect all MIAA honors, headlined by Defensive Player of the Year Jose Delgado and Special Teams Player of the Year Dante Brown. Head coach Chris Brown earned Coach of the Year honors for a 2nd straight year, and first-team honors went to linebacker Jose Delgado, defensive tackle Wyatt Parker, safety Doyen Jibawu, and kicker-punter Dante Brown. On the volleyball court, the University of Nebraska-Kearney is hosting the Central Region Championship. 3 MIAA teams are taking part in the action: Washburn, Central Missouri, and the host school, the University of Nebraska-Kearney. Semifinal action is tonight. You can watch live on the MIAA Network, and winners advancing to the championship game tomorrow. You can also watch that live on the MIAA Network as well. On the soccer pitch, 3 MIAA teams advanced to the NCAA tournament, including regular season and conference tournament champion Central Oklahoma. Emporia State fell in the first round to Minnesota State, while Central Missouri and Central Oklahoma have both recorded victories in round 1 and 2, setting up a rematch in the Central Region Championship, which was played earlier today. Let's take a look at those results. Coming up this Monday, November 19th, the MIAA will be hosting its second annual MIAA Men's Basketball Challenge held at historic Municipal Auditorium, home of men and women's MIAA basketball championships. 4 teams from the MIAA will be taking part in the action: Lincoln, Central Missouri, Pittsburgh State, and Northwest Missouri State. Lincoln will face Missouri S&T at 2 p.m. Central Missouri will take on Sioux Falls at 4 p.m. Pittsburgh State taking on Maryville at 6 p.m. and Northwest Missouri State will end the day with a contest against the University of Illinois Springfield at 8 p.m. Ticket prices are $12 for adults, $7 for students with your student ID, and children 6 and under are free. We hope to see you down there for some exciting NCAA Division II basketball at historic Municipal Auditorium on Monday. Here at the MIAA, we've been celebrating International Student-Athlete Week from November 12th to November 18th. All week long, we've been posting videos to our social media highlighting various international student-athletes from our campuses. Check out this video from Commissioner Mike Racy talking about MIAA International Student-Athlete Week.
Welcome to MIAA International Student-Athlete Week. More than 17,000 international student-athletes compete at NCAA member institutions each year, and this week the MIAA is very proud to be celebrating their contributions that they're making at MIAA member schools in our academic environment, our competitive environment, and contributions to the community. Please join us this week as we roll out videos and small stories about these wonderful student athletes and help us celebrate international student athletes.
Here's some interesting information about international student athletes. Across NCAA all divisions, there are roughly 17,000 international student athletes. 6% of all student athletes in Division II are international student athletes. The top countries that they hail from are the United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, Brazil, and Spain. In the last 10 years, the highest percentage growth in participation of international student athletes were in the sports of soccer, tennis, and golf. Now check out these 2 videos from 2 international student athletes from our campus at Fort Hays State University.
My name is Moritz Walter. I'm from Wiesloch, Germany. I'm a sophomore and I play soccer for the men's soccer team at Fort Hays State University. Played my freshman year at Metro State in Denver, and I had a few teammates that played here before, so they made me reach out to Coach Park, and one thing came to another. Yeah, my hometown is more like Hays, so it was a bigger difference for me going to Denver, but yeah, of course, just I mean, in Hays itself, though, it was pretty easy because it was already my second year. I was used to the culture in the United States, but coming first to Denver, of course it's different. It's a different culture. It's different people, first time being away from home and then so far away from home. Of course there are a few challenges, but especially here in Hays, I wasn't the only international. There were a lot of Paraguayan guys, so they help you all a lot. And also, of course, the international student service as well. It makes it pretty easy to adapt and adjust pretty quick. Being able to do your sport and to get education on the same level, and like it gets along with each other, because that's the biggest reason why I came here or came to the United States, because in Europe or in Germany especially, it's tough to play on a high level and go to university. So here your teachers understands if you're traveling, if you're not here for a few days, but your coaches understand as well if you do have to do a homework, if you have assignments, if you have exams. So it makes life much easier, and that's the best part about it. especially with Northeastern State, another team that's nationally ranked. They compete with them twice a season, and now in the regional championship as well. It's pretty good. Like it's competitive, and that helps you to get better, and especially to achieve more in the national championship as well. I can just recommend to everybody who gets the chance to experience like the life of a college athlete to do it. If you get the chance to come to Fort Hays, then especially come to Fort Hays. It's a good place.
My name is Freddie Bitondo. I'm a redshirt junior from Montreal, Canada, and I play basketball at Fort Hays. I went to Garden City, and then I knew the coach from Garden City, and he recommended me to come to Fort Hays State. And I actually came here before when I was playing for Garden City basketball team, and I actually liked the little state. I liked that it's a college town, so that's why I came here. I mean, I'm from the city, so it's kind of hard. Like everything just changed. Like, for example, like people in the streets, like in the cars, they all say what's up to you. Like, I'm not used to that back home, but it's the type of stuff that I'm not used to. But basically, everything been smooth though. I'm in general studies, concentration in business right now, but I'm trying to translate to my master's in business, and that's why I chose that one. So it's an easy transition to master's in business, MBA. We got plenty of help, so there's a lot of people that I can talk to if I need help or anything. So I have a lot of meetings, a lot of people that I can talk to for my classes, and there's a lot of activities for us as well. So I think it's pretty helpful for us. I feel like here you gotta pay attention more to the game, as in like, you know, defense more, because where I'm from, basically, like it's more fast. But I feel like here you gotta understand more the game and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm getting adjusted to it too. And the biggest advantage I have is a lot of connections, a lot of people that I met that I'm pretty, like they're family for me, and the teammates that I have, like I really enjoyed that, and I think that's one of the big advantages that I have. And actually, like just going to new places. I got hurt like 2 times in a row, and I just think that it was a hard thing to just go over it. But at the same time, like I loved it because you just, you know, you build my confidence, you build my character and everything. I just like the way that I went to a lot of places, and every places that I've been through, I just think that it was a great learning experience in general. So that's basically what I have to say, to be honest. And I love basketball, you know, we're gonna win.
Thank you to all of our campuses and student athletes that helped us here at the MIAA celebrate International Student-Athlete Week. Thanks for watching this week's episode of the MIAA Network 360 show. We'll be back again next week for more exciting MIAA content for you fans. And make sure to have a happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at the MIAA, but don't forget to bring your A game.